you what was going on here before I did this project, but and so getting her into the stanchion is a trick. Keep them fenced, and we'll go from there. I don't know. Got the calf back in there. Cersei and so I should have really showed you what was going on here before I did this project, but I didn't, and so now I'm done. But what I was doing is moving the cows off of their pasture. So this is the pasture they were on just now. They've been on this pasture way too long. There's still food on here, but they've grazed it down more than I think is good. Not really sure, because we haven't actually ever done regenerative rotational grazing, but you know, seems like a good idea. So we're gonna try. So this is where they were, and this is where they're going. So I took some fencing, a lot like this. It's netting that was out here, sectioning this into 2 or 3 spots, and picked it all up and moved it over there to where the cows are. So the idea of regenerative rotational grazing is to increase the productivity of your pasture by encouraging specific kinds of forage. So the cows will eat what they like best first, and they graze that down, and then they move, and then they graze down and they move, and they graze down and they move. And the stuff that they like least ends up getting kind of trampled and smashed. And the stuff they like best is encouraged to grow by being eaten at a quick rate, but not to the point where it damages the plant. So then it takes a lot of nutrients and then continues to grow, while the cows, who you can see barely, I don't know, can you see them? Way over there behind the grass. They fertilize the pasture with their manure. They pee on it, add nitrogen, then they trample what is not eaten and add basically a in-place mulch layer / compost. And then they move on, and then 1 or 2 months later, the pasture has theoretically recovered to a point where they are growing more of what they want. So that's what happened there tonight. I milked our new loner milk cow, Sweetie, who actually is pretty sweet, but she doesn't really trust us, and so getting her into the stanchion is a trick. But it's okay. And here we have our new calf. She's kind of like a deer. Yeah, that's not on. But you know, she's too cute to care. But we do need to get that back on so this doesn't continue. So, like I said, I was moving their pasture, changing the fencing. So took the fencing, it used to come along here and then keep along coming here and then go over there to that little yellow spot in the corner where that tree is, and then the cows could get into here. So I switched this corner post to come over here. Oh, little calf, that's not nice. But yeah, so do that to fence in this pen over here, so hopefully it'll be easier to get to her, to get to milking. and run the electricity down over here. And I put this fence in through all this really tall grass, so I have no idea if this is going to work at all. But around the end of the pasture and let them eat this up. The good news is cows are probably not going to try to test the fence because there's so much good food in here, and they're real lazy. So they just won't test the fence if they don't have to. And then once they get to where they want to test the fence, then we'll move them to the next one. I tested it before with my hand before that netting was in, and it hurt. So yeah, that was fun. So we'll go turn this on with the netting in and it grounding against all of that grass. Say hi, little calf, and see how that goes. One of my favorite sounds is pigs testing electric fence. And my second favorite sound is goats testing electric fence. I don't know what calves testing electric fence sounds like, but we'll see. Okay, I just tested it and it does hurt. In fact, it hurts. So hopefully it'll be good enough to keep them fenced, and we'll go from there. I don't know, we'll see. I do got to get this calf back in though. She hasn't really tested the fence yet. She's just kind of been going wherever she wants. And she's gonna take out that tree. Get him. Get him. Good job. So, got the calf back in there. And she kind of got a little, like a leg stuck in the fence. And then she just kept running down the fence. And couldn't get out, and then got stuck on a post. And so I had to get her out of there while the fence was on. And that hurts a lot. I can still feel it in my legs and like my back of my knees. Yeah. But there she is, back in her happy little home. She did check the fence and did zap her. And she just was like, interesting. And then tried it again. Like, that's weird. And then left. No freaky noises like the other animals. You know, it was a sad day for me, but you know, it was an okay day for the cows. So yeah, we've got Sweetie. She's not ours, she's the loner. Then we've got the little baby. We're currently thinking Minerva or Arete. That there with the horns, that's Calypso. She's a jerk. There's no other way to put it. She's just a jerk. She does like people though, but she competes with the cows very vigorously for food. Behind there, over there, behind Calypso, that's Buster over there. Oh, looks like Mom and Dad made it home from the Stanleys. Hello, Mom and Dad, / Paka and Nolly, depending on, you know, who's talking to him. Anyway, that's Buster back there. He's our steer. We were supposed to butcher him last year. He was a little baby. So we're butchering him this fall. So he'll grow up real good. And then my favorite, Cersei. She's over here. She's our current milk cow. That's ours. She doesn't produce a lot of milk, or we're not getting a lot of milk out of her, which is a little frustrating. She does still have a calf on her, so, you know, there's that. But we're only getting like maybe a gallon a day from her. She's probably producing a lot because that calf is growing a lot. So once we start separating the calf at night, we should get a lot out of her, but we'll still calf share. But yeah, there's our little cattle herd now. Excited about being in the grass, practicing our rotational grazing. Back on the range though, what Cersei and Sweetie are doing for us is making cheese. So here, one of our cheeses. That cheese is from Sweetie herself. And here's our Meyer, New Mexico version Dutch press jerry-rigged deal. Making, can you find it? Another cheese on our makeshift Dutch press. Powered by Way.